The 2024-25 season sees the start of an exciting new era for the UEFA Champions League.
I'm going to put my neck out on the line and say it. I'm going to say it. The new Champions League format is something I can get behind. Now, to give you a quick refresher, Europe's coveted competition has expanded, and I'm not talking simply about money here. Oh no, there are now 36 teams competing in a mini-league where the top 8 teams automatically qualify to the round of 16. Teams will play 8 games drawn from the 4 seeding pots. Each team gets 2 opponents from each pot, one at home and one away. The 9th team to the 24th team on the league table will get another chance to compete to the next round via the playoffs. Teams below the 24th get knocked out of Europe with no chance of competing in Europa League. So if you are still confused, then let me break it down further. UEFA decided to pack more football games in an already tight footballing calendar.
Stop it. Get some help.
And let me just stop and forget about the FIFA Club World Cup for a moment. Each game matters in terms of both points and how each result can swing in favour of you competing further in Europe or possibly crashing out. Just look, for example, at Paris Saint-Germain, who are a Champions League finalist in terms of me writing this. They had finished 15th on the league table. 15th! It was looking ropey for them had they not beaten Manchester City 4-2 to stabilise and not be in the playoff bracket. The Swiss stage is more games, especially if you have to go through playoffs. However, each game matters, especially if you have yet to make it to the top 8. You make it to the top 8, you are comfortable, more or less. The twists and turns to the last league game have made it far more exciting than in recent memory. Now, yes, you can say there's the novelty aspect of it being new, and that as we go through the years, we get a better understanding and picture of what this format looks like. However, from what we have seen so far, the Swiss stage is perhaps, maybe, one of the best decisions UEFA have ever made in terms of both money and revitalizing interest in tournament football. Now you can also say, look, the big boy teams like Real Madrid and Manchester City, they've underwent a slump by their standards. And you could also argue that the playoffs allow these big teams from Europe another chance to progress further into this competition. Yet, despite that, I can get behind the changes made. I am in no way saying that this will be a norm now going forward, whereby you see the likes of Real Madrid and Manchester City underperforming. If anything, this season is an anomaly, and that I imagine both the likes of Real Madrid and Manchester Cities of the world, they will be back sooner rather than later. The big teams in Europe, they just don't fade away that easy. They've got the surplus of wealth, the depth in squad, and the infrastructure to make it happen. This format makes it good for clubs that need the extra revenue of Champions League football, and that there is that jeopardy aspect involved in fighting for your league placement, as that also plays a part in terms of both seeding, which won't be random but based on league performance for knockout rounds. All in all, let it be known that I credit UEFA for this change, but I did make a mistake. The best decision UEFA ever made was removing the away goal rule.